Okay.
And I'm writing something. This is a very serious situation that I was told. I know a lot of other people are saying things about me as well on top of this, but this is the thing I want to talk about. So let's talk about it, shall we? And then we can go into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is it?
So this is April of 2021. Okay. I'm going to write everything down. Everyone just chill and let me hear this out. Okay.
Okay.
We met online when we were playing AT&T Annihilator Cup. This is me and Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to her through it, and my chat started to like us hanging out. I didn't have feelings for her or anything, but I thought we could start hanging out more and be friends. So we met through the Annihilator Cup. A lot of you guys know this. I was playing with her. My chat liked her a lot. She was fun to hang out with, so we started hanging out. We started to play games with each other on stream, and we started to grow closer together. We started calling each other, and we were flirting.
Okay.
We didn't do anything. But it was pretty obvious that Emaru had feelings for me as well as I had for her. But we couldn't really do anything because at the time, she was dating a girl named Bonnie, another cosplayer from another state, and I was dating Maya.
Right. Okay.
Me and Maya broke up. I broke up with her because the relationship felt stagnant, and Maya's sanctuary started to take over a lot of her life, and we hardly had time to hang out with each other.
Oh, I know who that is.
Since Maya moved out, I knew I wanted a streamer to move into the house, preferably a girl to farm content with, but I didn't want it to happen so fast. I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmy, but she told me about a stalker that came to her house with a bat, and she didn't live at her house anymore. I'm telling you everything, chat, okay? Come on. I'm telling you the whole story. Sit down and relax.
Он читает с экрана, да.
I told her to come move in with me in Austin because she had a stalker, and we want to make content, and the guy will probably be scared since there's a bunch of people around instead of her in her Kansas home by herself. From there, our relationship started growing very fast. Within just weeks of moving in, she would sit in my room with me late at night, and I would watch Pokemon over and over again, season 1. I loved it because she made me feel like because it felt like my childhood and a place of calmness. She would fall asleep in my bed. With some nights, we would touch our backs or legs together. We knew we liked each other. We just knew it was a bad idea. Talks of her joining OTK happened fast as well, and I knew that if we were potentially going to date, we'd have to keep it a secret. Nobody was allowed to know. Streamers as well were already starting to resent me, saying that it was a shitty thing that I moved Emmy in so fast and replaced Maya so quickly. If people found out we were dating, I could be hated by my peers and lose what I created in OTK. I didn't know if we were going to date, and I knew if we were going to make it happen, it was going to be very stressful. But I had no idea what was going to come. It was the beginning of January of 2022. Emmy just had her huge party in an arcade celebrating her birthday on stream. Everyone from Austin was there, and as we were celebrating her joining OTK, there was a huge scare. Someone outside in the parking lot rammed into my Audi R8 and drove off. And while we were outside thinking it was a schizo viewer, we were told that the person who just hit my car was now inside holding a gun. This scared us to no end. Me and Connery's pants ran inside in fear to get everyone out and make sure everything is okay. My first concern was Emmy. I wanted her to be safe. The cops came, the drunk driver did have a gun, and was sentenced to 3 to 5 years in prison. Me and Emmy were terrified that night. And on the way home, I grabbed her hand, and she grabbed mine. And we knew we were trauma bonded, and we didn't want to let go.
Why did he include that?
We would wake up together, stream together, and hang out with each other all night. She quickly became my best friend, and someone that I felt for the first time I was in love with. We hung out all day, every day. We were always so happy with each other.
That was a resub. I'm sorry. For those that missed it, what if it, because he's stupid and he didn't turn off his alerts, someone resubbed for like 30 months in a row and it said, "Don't kill yourself, please."
Playing games until the night, loving every moment we were with each other. It felt poor. Jack, relax. I remember one day I left my house. She called me just so we can be on the phone together, as we always did. And we were playing a song called Falling in Love with You with Elvis came on, and I felt that love first time I felt love for a girl, and I thought I'd want it to never let it go. The first year of our relationship, we almost had no fights. We started to date officially in January of 2022, and up until my cancellation, everything was perfect. She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened.
He
I will
looked
throw
away.
you and show you
He
an
looked
example.
away.
Chad.
I saw that.
I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed.
Okay.
I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone.
Okay.
And when she, that's the whole thing. I didn't throw it at her. I want to make that very clear. I never threw it at her. I never hit her. And she even said in her situation that she bruises easily. She brushed over that I threw water bottles with her on my or my phone near her, but that wasn't during our fights. It would be throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got bruises from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. That's it.
Sure.
I did feel a lot of stress over the time of our relationship up until this point from her stalkers. From the ones that would show up at our old house, and also stalkers that just had from her TikTok postings. We found after being with each other that her stalkers had a lot from would come to her a lot from her short form content. These people were schizophrenic and would think that she is talking to them. Whether it was songs she played, the way she looked at the screen, or just the titles of the videos, these people started to feel she was talking to them and come to our house to stalk her.
That's fair. I do think that's true. People can be really crazy like that.
People thought in their heads they were dating her.
Yeah.
They were out of their mind and dangerous.
Matt GPT.
I told her, if we're going to be serious about this relationship, I need her to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. She agreed and understood that it was a safety concern for not only me, but the house. Russell, Simply, Corey, or anyone that was in my house, or anyone that was near us.
To say she's farming them, though, nah, that's weird.
She agreed that she wouldn't want to hurt anyone else and knew that posting these types of TikToks and posts can mess with us and is something I'm not comfortable with as a guy.
Okay.
So she would tell me that if I had a problem to let her know. And at first it was minor things here and there, but over time it got harder and harder to deal with. There were more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I could get in a ton of trouble with OTK and cause a ton of problems. Would you guys stop spamming never sub, never donated? Okay, relax.
W chat.
I told her if we were going to be serious about this relationship, I need to stop posting as much and to not farm these people. And then there was more stress on top of this. We both had to hide the relationship from everyone. If anyone found out or was known, I can get in a ton of trouble with OTK and can cause a ton of problems in my life. So I lied to all of my old friends, S-Fan included, who lived just next door to me, and everyone in OTK. And that was very hard for me to do.
Stay strong, Miz. This will pass.
We had a doggy door between our rooms just so we can hide it from everyone else, including my roommates. We would lock the doors to avoid our roommates finding out. As time went on, they found out, but to most of our friends in the Austin circle, they never officially knew. That stress alone would drive anyone mad, but our love for each other was strong, and we knew we could handle it. So, in September in 2022, a lot of you guys know, I was canceled by Trainwrecks and others, trying to claim I covered up.
It's really ironic that he said he told her to stop farming the stalkers and giving them attention, but if they were separated, he was telling stories that weren't his to tell about the stalkers that put her in danger. I literally was gonna bring that up, but like I kind of stopped myself. We finished watching the Emmy video, like what, 10 minutes ago? And she brought it up and said he farmed her for content about stories that they explicitly told him not to share, and he still does it anyway. It's like, kind of weird. Weird. Oh, fuck. I lost my spot. Chat, where was I? Oh, I'm so dumb. That's why I hate Twitch.
I never hit her, and she even...
No, hold on. Chat, where was I? 14 minutes? 14:03. Thank you. I'm a retard. I'm sorry. One right here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Train wrecks and others
W for
trying to
chatter,
claim I
thank you.
covered up sexual assault. It was proven wrong, but that destroyed my mental health. I felt like my brain cracked, and I was never the same since.
Like an egg.
I was suicidal, depressed, and I didn't know what to do with my own life. Every day felt like an absolute nightmare. I was losing OTK, my mental health, and all my friends. Emiru was one of the only people that were there for me. She ditched sponsors to go with me to Japan.
Dry our lips.
She went with me anywhere I needed because she wanted me to be happy. And she knew sometimes I freaked out, I lashed out, but she loved me and she knew I was in a terrible mental place. It got so bad that stress and constant talking about the same things over and over and no sleep and depression that most of my hair started to fall out and Emiru started to hurt herself while we were in Japan. As this time happened, I was a massive wreck. I couldn't think straight, and being that Emiru hung out with me all day, she too started to become high-strung. Ugh.
Ugh.
We would yell at each other, fight, and argue all the time. Things we never once did. I felt this relationship was taking a huge strain. But I thought it could be fixed over time since things were just so amazing that first year. But I'm so gay. But as we stayed around,
I don't like playing the whole, like, you know, he's faking it, but what hello? Why did you have to say I'm so gay? What? I wasn't gonna say you're fake crying, but like, because everyone's different, but damn, dude, I'm so gay.
around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. You can take it out of only mode. But as we stayed around longer, I started resenting her a lot more. Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling.
Dude, turn off your TTS, you fucking retard! What the fuck are you doing?
When she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
Okay, that's.
I didn't even know there was TTS going on.
Okay, sorry. I mean, like, it's really hard to listen to, man.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't. It's fucking disgusting.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's be fair but rational about this. If you want to criticize Emmy, assuming it's true, assuming you give him the benefit of the doubt, which I would even hesitate to do in the first place. However, for how she handled her rabbits, that's fine. That's valid. However, in regards to the context of the conversation at hand, it's not relevant. This isn't a defense for anything she accused you of. This doesn't, like, absolve you of being a piece of shit. This is a distraction. This is a whataboutism, like a really classic one. And the reason that this irritates me in this context is because you're not, like, defending yourself against the allegations. You're literally just trying to drag her down with you. Or even better, you're trying to assassinate her character so that the allegations she levied against you aren't taken so seriously or as seriously. Like, this right here has nothing to do with you being abusive or threatening her or threatening her through her employees or following her at parties and trying to intimidate her or messaging her a million times when she wasn't responding. Like, again, it's stupid. Why are we bringing this up right now?
This is a video from my own brother. I didn't record this. These are mites all around her cage.
Where are the rabbits, by the way? Yeah, and again, how do we know it's filmed by her? Like, we don't know that. I'm just saying.
I would tell her to take care of them all the time, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many died just over a year or two of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt bad, and my brother once came over and said that if I marry her, he'll never forgive me.
Why don't you clean up after them? That's my also one song I'm having. Like, you care about the animals? Like, clean up after them? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Not gonna lie. If I had a partner and they had, like, rabbits or something, and I felt bad for the rabbits, I'd probably take time to clean. It's her responsibility. I don't know. This is just a me thing, okay? That's just like a me thing. If you're together.
In fact, when Maya came over during my cancellation, she actually commented on Emeru's rabbits and said, "These rabbits are completely neglected and this is disgusting."
Yeah, the rabbits. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Rabbits are very fragile and can die suddenly. They're designed to breed quickly. Them dying within a year of each other is not surprising. Yeah, it's actually true, though. I remember my friend had rabbits, and they would die pretty frequently. Not, like, from lack of care. It's just they have, like, heart attacks. They get startled easily. Yeah, like, another thought I had while watching this, my parents used to raise rabbits. Those things die so easily. They can die from being startled. How do we know they didn't die from him slamming a door or punching a wall? It's such a bad argument. There's also an argument to be made that rabbits, because of how sensitive they are to, like, emotions and, like, loud noises and things like that, if she's stressed and things are happening around her, the rabbits could be also affected. I would argue that too. Like, cats and dogs are the same way. They're not as sensitive as rabbits, but they can also be, like, startled easily, and they die from just being spooked. Like, ah!
Emeru wouldn't clean the cages, and the smell became so bad that we started to have the rabbits just be outside. I told her if that's the case, she's got to make sure she's giving them water, because they are her responsibility. Instead, these rabbits were left outside in 100-degree heat with no food or water or anything. Most of the time being in cages with no bedding besides poop all over the place. Emmy didn't care. She would sit inside and play League of Legends all day, and what this showed me is that I don't want her to be my children's mother, and I couldn't see myself marrying her.
Uh-huh. Okay, but then you...
The fights from these times started to get worse. I would constantly want to be farther and farther from her. I would use her for content, but after stream would want to be alone. I didn't know how to break up with her or end things. She was a co-owner of my org, the only person I knew, and the strain of the relationship and hiding the relationship was really taking a toll on me. On top of that, the stalkers were getting worse. One stalker came to my house, and I had to point a gun at him for 30 minutes until the cops came.
To fire your producer.
These stalkers are no joke. And the pressure from the relationship, the anger I felt, and the stalkers... and the stalkers as a whole really made us lash out at each other. She would tell me that she doesn't realize what she's doing, that she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But I would constantly tell her, on and off stream, that she needs to do more because these stalkers are getting worse. I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole. Stop talking about past relationships. And yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right.
Don't talk about other men. Don't talk about past men. Don't talk about stalkers and schizos. But when push comes to shove, you bring up her stalkers and schizos because it's convenient and makes money for you. Okay, I totally believe that. Like, we have video of evidence of this on your old VODs, but okay. All right.
I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person, and I'm sorry I didn't. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely fucking toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased.
But there's corroborating evidence of Asfand and her going to Asfand's house to sleep, and then friends being concerned because she's crying, and they have witnesses to her crying at not your house and you showing up at their house. Interesting.
Our fights, but the stalkers continued.
Yeah, look at those
tears. And I got even more
tears.
stressed. They started to take pictures of me whenever I would drive to her house. They knew my every movement. I couldn't take it. Between the rabbits, the stalkers, and the overall ability to handle situations with each other, I knew this wouldn't last. But I didn't know how to get out of the relationship.
Okay.
She did not want to move out. As for me telling Cheddar to leave my house, he was swatting at Chompy constantly and making him bleed. I not only was the one that wanted her to move out first, I was the one that wanted the cat out of the house because he was attacking my cat. Every month went by the last year, and our fights started to get louder. We were breaking up with each other almost weekly. Fights were getting more aggressive, and shouting began to increase. I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
She threw plushies at me, so I punched holes in walls and slammed doors. No, not the Kirby plushies and the plushmallows or whatever they're called. Oh, God, think of the children.
I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
What does that got to do with anything? I don't understand. I don't follow.
And I'm just going to leak everything because I don't really care.
Yep.
This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem.
Okay. Do you notice how when Emmy says, I want to, delete myself, because she's being harassed in her own home? Yeah. Kind of weird, huh? And it's not over, like, how many views you have on Twitch. To Emmy, not from Emmy. I don't know. I don't use an iPhone. I don't know how it works. Yeah, and he says it's over video games, and she says it because he was upset. So that's him, actually? People think it's him? I don't know. This is the fakest screen cap that's ever been screen capped. You guys think it's fake? Emmy said in the context of the stalker showing up to her house. They said in the context of an argument. Totally different things. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different. I've said it before when I'm really stressed. Maybe, like, you know, to myself. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna blow myself up. I get it. Yeah.
So, just want to show this.
This
She
is
was
from
also
stress.
using the I want to kill myself a lot in our situation and relationship.
I don't know.
This
I
is
think
while I
it's
had
real.
a gun pointed at one of her stalkers. This stalker who was at my house, his background picture was Emaru, and when he talked to the cops, he was in love with her and thought that she was talking to him.
Okay.
It is disgusting what these stalkers can do. I will say this. The fact that this guy came to my house and the result of it was a cop brought him down the street to a QT, which is a 7-Eleven, 15 minutes away, and that's all they did, is terrifying for these girls and terrifying for the situation in general.
I'm a nice guy, Chad. I'm a nice guy. Don't worry about it.
Sorry.
He lost his spot.
I knew that the relationship wasn't healthy at this point. I knew we had to end it and soon. One day, Emmy posted a very provocative picture, one that she knew I would hate, and she posted it to make me upset. She admitted that she made me upset with it, and we got into a heated argument, and I broke up with her.
Where's the proof?
We broke up for about a month.
Where's the
then
proof?
got back together.
I don't believe it. People who are chronically online like you guys, you would have probably been arguing in Discord. The language, the post to make it upset. I'm so bro, I'm done, I'm finished, and then he just keeps going. Look, all I'm saying is I need a shred of evidence, okay?
Together because we thought we can make it work.
Well, also, what picture? Like, provide some context. You know what I'm saying?
We went to get food at BJ's, a common place where we would get food.
Okay.
And then we went back to her house.
Okay.
We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted.
But in her story, she's crying because she's upset.
She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
So, we can essentially take Emmy's version of the event as fact. Like, I'm gonna give my train of thought, and you guys can tell me if you think I'm wrong. Like, hear me out. If I were in this situation, and I had my ex accuse me of, at best, being a horny creep that can't keep it in his pants in an inappropriate situation, or reading the room wrong, and at worst, sexual assault, I feel like I would have a much, much stronger, more visceral reaction than just, you know, telling the same version of events, but, like, omitting the part that she was crying. Like, if she were lying, I feel like I would have been pissed and saying it didn't happen. But he really just kind of glosses over it, you know? Yeah, he glosses over this really hard. He hasn't even brought up that she said she was crying or that he was trying to console her. He just said they were cuddling. I don't know, just not buying it. Like, it's just a little pattern of behavior going on here, chat.
But we got back together soon afterwards. And during those last few months where we were fighting, we were still fighting, but it did feel like the relationship had good progress.
He's
and we were both
downplaying it,
agreed
yeah.
we need to talk about our future. Since it's been 3 years, we should see what we want, and Emmy had an idea to write down everything we wanted on paper. I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true.
Okay.
This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this.
Okay, it's very true.
One
He
day,
said,
after
"Source
staying
me."
over Emaru's house, Emaru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter, that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She
Okay.
began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I
Okay.
was not mentally well.
Yeah, source, trust me, bro.
I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you."
Yeah, fan fiction tier. Literally, this little chatter just said fanfic tier. I just immediately, my first thought is like, is this a movie? Like, what's going on over here? You had her back the paper, you're the bigger person because you knew that the relationship couldn't work, but you text her like 40 times asking for her back like a schizo. Like, okay, man, sure. Exactly, dude. That's 40 times. You say this in the last 27 minutes. You brought up how many times that like, oh, I'm done with this relationship. I'm schizo. I have mental problems. I knew that this wasn't going anywhere, but you still harassed her like 40 plus times, probably more than that. Kind of weird. Yeah, where's the piece of paper? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the money, Lebowski?
That week, I made
ChatGPT
flights to
wrote
Japan
fanfiction,
because
it
I
does.
didn't want to sit around and wait to possibly get back together again.
Okay.
I have never talked to her in person since. I have messaged her numerous times wondering why I have been removed from OTK, Discords, and I was very scared because I didn't know what was going on. Nobody was talking to me or contacting me, and I have had so much regret.
Okay.
Times where I wanted to go back, times where I've drunk messaged her love letters, as you saw on stream. But after 10 months, I know we're much better off without each other.
And you know what's funny is that this all escalated from a clip about him talking with E-Rob, I think it was, and them saying, oh, why doesn't anybody hang out with us anymore? And Asmund brought it up on stream, and this was even before TwitchCon, I believe. This was before TwitchCon, so this is like almost prophetic in a sense, like, because Asmund brought it up on stream and said there's gonna be a lot of shit coming out, and I'm like, what's going on? Is this like OTK related? Because I thought this was all, because I'm not super up to speed with OTK and stuff. I thought he was still in it, but apparently not. Interesting.
I did see her at a party once at
Yeah, the
Simply's
cycling
house.
clip, exactly.
The house was very small, and I opened the door. I said, whoops, and proceeded to talk in the other room about what I possibly did wrong, and began to bawl out and be depressed because I just saw my ex-girlfriend.
But the other person said something else, so I don't know. The person that saw you said you were laughing after you closed the door.
I want to make it very clear. I was not following her, nor lingering around her.
Sure.
I was with others the entire night.
Sure.
The house is about 2,000 square feet with about 50 people there. I, of course,
That's
was
not
near
a
her,
lot.
but I was never following her. This year has been very hard for me, and I'm sure for her. I even went to Japan and drank every single night just to sleep. Going from being with each other for 3 years straight and trauma bonding to be completely alone is such a difficult thing for both of us.
Why is he bringing up the trauma bonding? Why is he bringing up the trauma? Bro, trauma bonding's not a good thing. That's usually kind of like a really, really bad thing. Yeah,
I began therapy in February of this year with EMDR therapy, something she recommended me when we were dating. I'm very happy to say that I feel better than ever, and I've gotten a lot of the stress I've had away.
I feel better than ever, and I feel like a lot of the stress is away, or a lot of the stress got away, but I'm still threatening her employees at TwitchCon to try and prevent her from exposing me. Yes, you feel so much better. But you're still thinking about her to the point that you're indirectly harassing her and harassing her employees and threatening her through someone else because she won't respond to you. I don't know, man. It just doesn't track, little bro. I just smell like another lie. I'm just like a fucking dog. I just smell the cope, the seethe, the madness.
I've also moved from Austin myself, and I've had a lot of trauma lingering from there as a whole, and I feel a lot better from that. I truly hope nothing but the best for Emmy. I know she said a lot of these things today, and I do believe a lot of them were false, but I do hope nothing but the best for her, and I'm sorry that any of this happened. I hate that we're in this situation, and
Sure.
I hope that she can move on. We were in a toxic relationship. I saw that. I've realized over the years of 2 relationships now online that I'm a horrible boyfriend and I have a lot to work on for myself.
30
I've
years
been
old,
single
by
for
the
the
way.
past 10 months and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me. Okay.
ChatGPT apology resub. Fuck.
If you're wondering if it's scripted, the answer is, of course it is. I wrote it out because I cannot freeball this. This is a very serious situation. I want to make this real, and that's it. Okay? I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I'm not.
The mirror wrote stuff out too. Yeah, but she didn't use ChatGPT. I don't think so. She just. What's different about Emmy as well is that she would list events and then you could clearly tell when she would stop reading something and then actually recount things from her head. Does that make sense? It's like a really good tell of when, usually, unless you're a really exceptional liar, she wrote like cliff notes to go over and to recite so that she doesn't get off track. Whereas, like, he wrote every single part, like, even that fan fiction of, like, she turned around and said, I love her. It's like, no, that's not how, like, things happened. It's just not reality. It's delusion. You know what I'm saying? It's so cringe.
Not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos.
Okay, show 'em.
Calls and messages
Show
as
it.
well.
Show
if
it.
she has them.
Okay.
I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have.
Why don't you do it now?
That I'm going to expose as time goes on.
Why don't you do that now?
Because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild.
Okay. Why don't you do it right
But
now?
I want
pussy?
to make it very clear. When it comes to Emaru, when she says that I was getting ready to go after her and that I was going to use her rabbits against her, that was never the plan.
Yes, it was. You're lying. You little rat. You little amoeba. You were threatening her employees at TwitchCon, saying you were quote unquote going to destroy her. You're so incredibly full of shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you had no plan to use the rabbits against her. You were just planning to use them if she exposed you, man. Are you kidding me? You just threatened her with that info anytime you had the slightest inkling that she might say anything about you, of what you did to her. This entire thing just stinks. It smells like desperation and gaslighting. You didn't actually care about Emmy or anyone in OTK for that matter. If you really thought of them as your friends, why? Why were you saving dirt about them and screenshotting things they said that you think will make them look bad? I'll tell you why. Because you're an insecure little rat. You knew that all of your actions and all of the things that you do are self-serving, and you knew that everyone could see through that. Which is why there's a fucking running joke at this point among all your peers to make fun of you for caring about other people's view counts, bro. So you started screenshotting things and making a little dirt folder on everyone just in case you go nuclear, with a bunch of irrelevant bullshit like the rabbits that does nothing but distract and muddy the waters and tries to assassinate the character of the person that's fucking criticizing you instead of actually addressing the criticisms. In a court of law, this would be immediately dismissed. It would be so fucking stupid. You're pathetic. This is actually, like, this reminds me of a lot of people that you'd play, like, social games like MMOs with. They'd find screenshots of you, like, corroborating and, you know, like, getting, like, little dirt pieces on you and then, like, showing them to other people and be like, see, this is, like, look how bad this person is. I'm not bad. They're bad. So gross, man. It's just, like, these bitch-made little tactics. So gross, man.
Plan for myself was very simple.
Yeah,
if
they're
Emmy
really
were to say something about me, I would
plan.
say something back. That's it.
Uh-huh.
I never had a plan in my life to go after her or do anything. It was if she ever said anything, I would say something as well.
Isn't that psychotic, chat?
And that's completely understandable. Can you clarify what, if anything, was said to her team at TwitchCon? I said that if she goes after me, then I will go nuclear. And that is exactly what I said. And that is what's going to happen.
No, stop. This might be a hot take. I don't think this makes you look good. I would go so far as to say it actually makes you look more guilty of everything she accused you of. Like, in my mind, like, I gotta rub my face a little bit. This is so tiring, but it's kind of sad but funny. Like, in my mind, if I'm an innocent person and I'm hearing rumors that my ex is gonna try and slander me at some point, I'm not gonna say shit. Like, you know, like, that's just how the mental works, right? If you've got something to say, then say it. I'm not worried about it because I'm innocent, you know? But if I had something to hide, if I was worried they were going to expose me for something I did, I try to intimidate them. I try to, like, discourage them from speaking out. It makes it look like you fear what they have to say. Like, obviously this isn't an admission of guilt, but, like, to me, it's a red flag emotionally. Like, if you're truly innocent, like, I don't know, liken it to, like, you know, how people say, oh, if I'm innocent, then, like, I'm absolved of any guilt, and, like, I can just walk on water. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's just, like, hiding and being like, I'm gonna go nuclear. I'm gonna go crazy. Like, grow up, man.
Because you can't mess with me anymore. I don't have anything to lose. I'm sorry I don't. Go after me all you want. I have nothing to lose. And I will say this proudly. Emeru abused those rabbits. She did. And if you're in Austin, Texas, and you want to say that she didn't abuse those rabbits at my house, you're lying. You know she did. She abused those rabbits and she let them outside.
Okay, proof. Where's the proof? We've had one video. That's it.
And it's disgusting. And I didn't want to bring this up ever. This was not something I planned on bringing up in my life.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But that's why you went to TwitchCon and told the staff that you're going to threaten them. Okay. Yep, normal thing to do.
But it's something that she claims that she didn't do, and people are trying to defend her from that. Like Asmongold, where he says that one of her rabbits she took and brought around. What about the other 6 rabbits that died? As for what happened with me and Emeru, it is I mentally have been fucked up for years. And I'm very proud of myself for working on myself. And I think leaving Austin was the best thing, not just for me, but for everyone around me.
Okay.
I do believe that.
Uh-huh.
I fucked up a lot. And I'm never going to not admit that. And I realized I need to be alone. I never got kicked out of Austin, Texas. I left myself.
Uh-huh. Sure.
You're still mentally fucked? I am. I'm absolutely mentally fucked. I have been slowly working on it. I do feel like I've been getting better.
Is his angle seriously pitying me because Emmy abused her pets? Yes. I know you pinged me. Yep. That's the angle. Like, yep. She's bad because she abused her rabbits. Okay.
Better.
she threw
feel like I'm
plushies
very
up at
calm
me.
right now.
Oh god.
I don't feel stressed. I don't even feel.
Asmund said the part about not getting kicked out of Austin isn't true, but it's not his story to tell. He'll tell it later. Oh my god. What? So he's lying? Yeah, she made him punch the walls. Yes. Also, again, I know I brought this up before, but how do we know with how often he smashed shit and yelled at people inside of the apartment, allegedly? According to Emmy? How many times did he do that and, like, scare the shit out of her rabbits or something? You don't know. I'm not saying that he directly killed them, but, like, they die from stress and, like, can get really easily startled. Like, I don't know, man. You're not absolved either.
Angry. I feel that every day I'm trying to learn more and more and do better. But I'm going to stand up for myself in a lot of these situations because a lot of it was not true.
Oh, sure.
And I don't like that she was portraying that it was just me who was at fault. It was a toxic relationship, and that's what it was. Why was viewership so important? I will bluntly say this, and I'm very honest. I was, and I still am, but I very much was someone that was massively obsessed with streaming and viewership.
Okay.
And when my cancellation happened, and even before it, I mean, it's something you guys know. I've been massively obsessed with streaming and viewership over the years, and it's disgusting, and it has ruined my fucking life. It is something that I am envious of others. I am angry at others because of it. It makes me jealous when I see others doing well, and it has made me realize that I am I'm never happy for someone else if they're doing much better than me. You guys know this is true if you watch my old stream. I've always been this way.
That is so weird.
I've been very envious of other people, and it's a problem. It's a serious. I'm definitely way better than I was now, or I am now, but it's a serious problem that I am still working on to this day.
Hold on. I saw something on LSF. Mizkif rages out over Rust. Ah, yeah, here we go. Literally the top thing, yeah. Oh my golly gosh. Yep. Mizkif rages over Emiru's Rust stream viewership. I'll move a little bit because it's...
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff. Dude, we're going to start talking to people again. We're going to hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
I'll fucking take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
I'll fucking take raw pork.
7.5, 13K,
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Okay.
So I thought, why not build a house
19K, 22K, yep.
Your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Come here.
Ooh.
Not
Like,
bad,
that's
huh?
The house?
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
Oh no. Chad, you hear that? He's not happy.
Hello?
Yeah.
Why is he so mad, Chad?
I want to see Emmy. I can't believe you guys made separate houses.
Aww.
Biggest sweats, you retards.
They will come after you guys.
They're the biggest
we
sweats.
can stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance.
What the?
You're spelling it wrong? Yeah, my bad. No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today.
Oh my god.
I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest.
5K
I'm
more
pretty
than
tired.
his girlfriend.
I'm just tired.
Or no, sorry, not 5K. I can't do math. 6K.
All right, chat. I'll see you guys
Almost.
later.
Almost
I
6K.
will see you guys probably tonight. If
Now
not
he's
tomorrow.
done.
I
Won't
just
even
need a
raid
nap.
into
I'm
her
fucking
either.
Zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged, like we haven't had to do what we had to do
Watch,
to make it
watch.
here where we She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me.
Do you see her jolting?
I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this?
What are you? Was that
Dude,
a
that's
test?
PTSD, man.
You
That's
said-
trauma.
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
She keeps looking too.
Let me check
Oh my
body.
god, the
Did anyone-
poor thing.
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick.
And she's playing
Oh,
it
there you
off
go.
like she's fine.
Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Sick. Okay. Sick. Okay. I'm stuck in here. Okay. Sick.
I'm gonna make some steps.
Hello, sorry.
20 minutes later. 20 minutes.
Abaragi, thanks for the sub.
She sounds so exhausted.
But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today, then tomorrow or my normal time.
Aw, her voice is trembling, man. Again, I can't help but feel like I know what it's like when something bad happens in that sense, but she's also performing in front of thousands of more people, and what she was going through was so much more traumatic than me getting like a phone call from my parents, you know? Like, I've had a moment where I had to compose myself, and I was like, guys, I need to end stream. I'm sorry, I gotta go, you know? This is so sad. Oh my god. How nasty are you as a human being, man? So for those of you who can't, like, read between the lines, this is basically admitting that you're abusive. Like, getting so mad that your own girlfriend has more viewers than you, that you're slamming doors or punching walls or whatever the fuck you're doing. Like, it's emotional abuse, like, plain and simple. Like, you saw her jolting, right? Like, what the fuck do you want her to do? Not stream? Like, hold on, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, didn't he also say near the start of this VOD, like, this VOD that we're looking at, the, you know, the addressing thing, that he wanted a streamer girlfriend to farm content with? Like, so let me get this straight. You got what you wanted, but you're pissed because she has more viewers than you? Like, I'm sure Emmy wasn't perfect. I'm sure she made mistakes. That's how relationships go, right? But she sure as fuck wasn't mauling at you for your viewer count or trying to police you for playing the wrong class on World of Warcraft because it made her look bad. Like, imagine being Emmy, like, for a minute, and your livelihood, your career, your stream that you've been building for years with your blood, sweat, and tears and effort makes your significant other, this boyfriend, makes them mauled out. How awful would that make you feel? How stressed would that make you that your life's work that you put in before this guy even showed up, by the way, is the reason that your boyfriend, that's someone you're supposed to love, who's supposed to love you back, is slamming doors and having mental breakdowns? Like, get a fucking grip. You're the problem. Quit coping. You're such a slime ball for that. Ah, it's just so fucking disgusting.
I am not perfect, and I fucked up with that. I've been this way for a very fucking long time, where I'm a competitive dude, and I think I'm very competitive with streaming because I really care about it a lot. I've sunk my whole life into this thing.
I'll tell you what, that video of him slamming the doors and shit, like, he did that three times, and I think he noticed the reaction, like, on the second or third time, right? If that was me, I have a fucking temper. I would freaking lose it. Again, I feel like Emmy is such a soft-spoken and, like, it appears to be a sweet individual, because I'm not friends with her. I don't know what she's like. But I feel like because of that, I'd be like, I would fucking lose it. Genuinely, I would fucking tear your ass open. I would not take that shit. I have a horrible temper when it comes to that kind of thing.
Did you
You're
really
not
drive
getting the
150
attention. I
miles
would
an
beat his
hour?
ass. I don't know.
I'm gonna say this very clear. If you know me
I'm kidding,
in
I'm
Austin,
joking.
Texas, I drive fast everywhere. I
Oh,
drive fast literally everywhere.
I drive fast literally everywhere. I go 240 kilometers an hour everywhere. Yeah, sure you do, buddy.
I'm in an Audi R8 in Austin, Texas, where the freeways are open. I drive fast all the time.
Sure. Okay. 240
I
kilometers
do.
an hour. 150. Yeah.
I don't even remember what situation she was talking about. I mean, we were in cars with each other all the time.
Based. Yeah.
I remember one
sure.
time when she was picking me up from the airport, and she was in her blue Corvette, and she started the speed when we were on a straightaway when she was getting mad, and she stayed quiet. I don't remember the exact speed she got up to, but we were definitely flying.
I can't recall. Yep. Okay. Yep. Doesn't give a number or anything. She can recall to the T. Yeah.
But I'll say this as well. I have no problem admitting fault. The person that I was during that relationship, and I would say the Mizkif in Austin, Texas, is fucking disgusting. I hated myself. I hated this person that just sat there all day, stressed and angry and mad at the fucking world. I hated being this upset person because I know you are who you hang out with. And I definitely changed Emmy in a lot of ways and made her very stressed as well, and mentally
Admits to it. Yep.
the situations we were in, it just cataclysmed both of us. I was a very toxic person, and I knew I needed to get out, so I broke up with her. In fact, I broke up with her twice. The first time I broke up with her, I really thought it was over, and the second time I broke up with her was forever. I did message her a lot afterwards, primarily for OTK stuff, but there were times where I did want to go back to her. I'm not going to pretend I didn't.
Multiple times, by the way. And when she finally cut it off, he messaged her a million times. He actually is different now. He was just threatening her at TwitchCon not a week ago. You're not a different little boy. That's what I'm saying. Like, Emmy has messages from as recent as, like, what, 5 months ago, and him schizoing out, and, like, God knows what else. And then on top of that, TwitchCon, like, attendees, her staff that went with her when all the bullshit happened, they said he did this. That's not her, like, that's her saying this as a fact. You did this.
I was drunk.
No
I thought
self-control.
I needed to.
He made it toxic. He admitted to it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking me. My viewership.
That's it. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about.
Okay. There's a lot of people coming forward. Does he say anything else? So self-centered. Fucking slime ball.
Leak something? No, not today.
Oh, that's weird.
This is something I think that we went over, and
But you just said that you wanted to leak stuff.
I am glad that it is out there, what I just said, and that's it.
Okay. Yep.
So,
Isn't ChatGPT the new
that's it.
accusation?
I
thought he was gonna go ballistic,
I
man.
appreciate you guys listening, and
That's weird.
I will be back. I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Yeah, this isn't done yet. Yeah, I
but
know.
I'm gonna go relax. It's been a pretty rough day.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay.
Ew,
All right.
gross.
That's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
This is just like she abused rabbits and she was toxic and I was toxic. I was a problem. I don't think this added up to much, huh? No, not really. No. Oh. Yeah, you just attacked Amy. Yep. Word soup. I call it verbal diarrhea. Yeah, I call it verbal diarrhea, man. That's crazy.
Fire, 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 fire.